So, good day to you all. I hope you're having a good day, and I appreciate you watching this video. Thank you very much. Today, we are looking at a game called Lunium, and this is a Twine based game, sort of interactive fiction. But Twine is an engine I'm quite fond of, and it is primarily used for interactive fiction, but with some cleverness, and there are some very clever people out there, it can be expanded into different game formats, and I think this is an example of that. This is somewhat of an escape room game, and those of you who have been around for a while know that I do like my escape rooms. So when I saw this game, I had to give it a go, and then I had to show it off because I think it's one of the good ones. And I wanted to do an actiony game, but when I saw this, it jumped to the top of the list. Let's have a quick look at it before we show off the gameplay. Credits page. He does mention that he doesn't use any AI tools. The game has won some awards, and he gives thanks to some testers who helped him test the game and improve it. So bravo, good job to you all. Some very impressive awards there as well. There is also a how to play that shows us some basic ideas for how some of the game mechanics work. But it's mostly just mouse driven, fairly straightforward. We'll have a look and hopefully not miss anything that will help us in the gameplay. And so that's it. The basic storyline is it is London 1886. We wake up with something like amnesia, finding ourselves trapped in a locked room, and there's certain hints and clues that suggest we've been captured by a killer, and we need to escape and get things going so we can prevent the killer from killing again, which is something that we do not want to happen. So let us see if we can achieve our goal in this case, or at least show a little bit of the gameplay off. I'm definitely going to try and avoid any spoilers. Let's give it a go. Right, so we awake with a start. Where are we? And we can open our eyes. Our status is unconscious. Status is chained to the wall. Let me read this. Your head feels groggy and your thoughts are confused. Your vision is blurry and clouded. You can just about make out a single light source in front of you, but the rest is darkness. There is a dull thud in your head. Had you been drinking? You try to remember the events that led up to this moment, but come up with nothing. You try to stand, and it's only then that you realize, with a sudden stab of pain, that your right arm is locked in place. At least your left arm seems to be free. You attempt to shift your weight and ease the pressure on your right hand as cold metal bites into your skin. Tracing it up to the source, you discover that you're chained to the wall by a thick iron manacle. And then we have options. We can try to free our left arm, we can search our left pocket, we can slightly awkwardly search our right pocket, or we can look around. And just to go through the interface, if you're not familiar with Twine, you normally have the main gameplay screen here, and then sort of menu options and things on the left. We can save the game, we can restart it. We can turn hints on. If you feel you're not comfortable with the puzzles of the game, you can certainly turn on hints. Apparently the game is about an hour long playing normally, but much quicker if you turn the hints on. We have our status display, and we can look at items that we have, but we don't have any yet. So let us first of all look around. You attempt to shake yourself awake. Blinking several times does help to clear your vision, but the space is so dimly lit there's still not much to see. To the left is a wooden desk supporting a single candle whose glow gives some respite to the darkness. Above it hangs a picture, but from here you can't quite make out the details. Ahead, a large wooden door seems to be the only way in or out, and to the right, the candlelight dares not venture. That's a good phrase. It looks to be around 10 feet to the door, but it may as well be miles, as the iron chain has you firmly in its grasp. So we can search elsewhere. Let's look down at our clothes. You glance down at your clothes. Now your vision has cleared. You can see they are disheveled, and it looks like you've been wearing them for a while. Your shoes are scuffed and have seen better days. You notice that your right shoe is tied, but the laces on your left are partly undone, and the shoe is loose. So let's attempt to remove the shoe. You try to pull your foot from the shoe. With a bit of wriggling, it finally comes off. With your arm chained and the angle that you're sitting, it is just out of reach, but you can kick it towards you with your right foot. You do so, and as you do, there is a glint as something falls out of it. You have to twist over to reach it, your arm straining painfully against the chain. Your fingers grasp hold of the object, and you retrieve a small silver key. You turn the key around in your hand, admiring the fine craftsmanship you added to your items. And so we have a key with an engraving on it, and we can view your items using the side menu. So let's have a look at the items, have a look at the ornate silver key, and we can see there is text inscribed on it, Lunium, the name of the game, the name drop of the game. So Lunium is our key. Right, now we have a key. Is this the key to our manacle? Let's see. Let's try to free your arm. The iron manacle grips your wrist firmly, but perhaps the key you found will unlock it. In order to use it, type the key's inscription below and hit enter, or click try. So it is Lunium. Let's try it just with lowercase letters. I don't think the case matters. The key makes a satisfying click, so it doesn't matter. Good. And your arm is free. The skin has rubbed raw where the iron manacle held you firm. Thankfully, you appear to be otherwise unharmed. You replace your shoe and try to recollect the events that led up to your imprisonment. Your head throbs and your memory is still hazy. You realize this is no hangover. You must have been drugged. You seem to recall that you are on the trail of a notorious murderer. You now feel certain that it was them who drugged you and locked you up in here. But try as you might, you can't remember the details. You must piece together any clues you find as to their identity, so you can escape this room and bring them to justice. In your right pocket you find a scrawled note. It says the killer will strike again tomorrow. Time is running out. Good. Well, that is no pressure. Anyway, at least we are free. Now we can explore the room. Let's start by checking our pockets. Check your left pocket. You search your left pocket. Inside you find a few coins and a small phial of colourless liquid. Strangely coloured coins, but I guess it's the image that he has. That are numbered, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. Numbered and coloured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7, and a vial of colourless liquid. Alright. That's interesting. That might be a clue to a puzzle. How do we go back to the room? Let us search our right pocket. You search your right pocket. Now your right arm is free. You can access everything in there. You find a scrap of paper, a box of matches, an official looking notebook. So the paper, the killer will strike again tomorrow. I must stop them. I have narrowed down the list of suspects, but time is running out. We have this booklet, some kind of notebook. What did it call it? An official looking notebook. Scotland Yard case notes. Okay, so perhaps we are a Scotland Yard officer, or at least have acquired the notebook. I wonder if those numbers are at the top there are relevant. 55, 43, 37, 1. Don't know. And there is a box of matches with a bit of paper in it. So let's first of all open the notebook. The notebook looks official and important. The cover triggers a memory. This is yours. Are you some sort of detective? Disturbing memories flash through your mind, a series of gruesome murders, and a case you are just about to solve. You feel there may be some crucial answers within. However, the notebook is bound with a tiny but ingenious lock. It requires a 4-letter code word to open it. You will have to figure out the code to access the contents. I really don't know if that is meaningful, that number up there. Let's go back to the pocket, and let's try lighting one of the matches. Alas, despite being a reliable maker, the matches refuse to light. You strike one, then another, but none of them will catch. You keep the rest, not wanting to waste them all. You do, however, notice a small scrap of paper poking out from inside. Let's pull out the scrap of paper. It looks like some sort of code. The lower part is missing. You search inside the matchbox, but that's all there is. Alright, I wonder if this is relevant to the numbers on the notebook. We'll need the other half. Nothing else in our pocket. Let's go back to the room. And that is where I am going to stop. There is definitely more stuff that we can have a look at. We can look at the desk. We can look at the right side of the room, but I think that's a little bit too dark to get to in the moment. There's something on the floor there. There's the door at the far end with its strange locking mechanism, and the wall where we're chained. If we have a look at that, we realize there's scribbled writing, but we can't see what it is. It's too dark. And that's it. And that's where I'm going to leave it. I have done enough. So if you are just here for the gameplay, thank you for watching. The link will be in the description. Please don't forget to like if you like the video, or dislike if you dislike the video. Not the game. If you like or dislike the game, go and tell the developer on the itch.io page. There's the link for it. But if you like or dislike the video, then leave a comment telling me why you liked or disliked it, so I become a better videographer, a better YouTuber. I would appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe if you're interested in more info about indie games, because that's what we do here. We are the channel that supports indie games. Probably not the only one, but certainly a channel, and there is certainly indie game support here. And that's it in terms of the gameplay. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. If, however, you are here for the critiques, well, there's some interesting critiques in the comments, and I see the developer has been responding there, so well done. I will say thank you for not using AI. It is good to see that. But if we reload the page, no, if we go back, okay, back to the itch.io page, did he in fact put the no AI shortcut in there? No, it does not look like he did. Developer, if you happen to watch this, don't forget you can put no AI in here in your tags, and people might search for that, and you might get a few more enthusiastic players with that particular tag. Just a thought. It's up to you, obviously. So UI is fine. I like the Twine UI. I think it is an excellent UI. I think the game is well done. Sounds, I think the game does need sound. I'm pretty sure in Twine you can embed sounds into it. At the very least, put some, good music in the background. We'll take some searching for that. Obviously, copyrights and all of that kind of thing. So, good luck in your search. I hope you find something useful and possibly free and usable. But yeah, adding sounds does add a certain amount of depth to a game. So I do recommend looking into that. The art looks very, very good. Excellent backgrounds, excellent layouts. I did like them very, very greatly. The game certainly looks good. I do appreciate the artwork. I think this looks fantastic for the game. Maybe round the edges a little bit if you could. I don't know, that might make it look a little bit more comfortable, a little more professional, but that's certainly not necessary. The gameplay is fantastic. It's an escape room. It is an intelligent escape room. It is clever. It is very well written. I do appreciate very good writing in a game, especially interactive fiction, but in games in general. And I think the writing in this is magnificent, especially for kind of capturing that feeling of being in 1988, but 1888 rather, but not writing entirely in the style that people in that era would have written, because that would make it uncomfortably not unreadable, but difficult to read, and that would distract from the enjoyment of just reading through it. So you have a perfect balance there. I think I like that a lot. And the immersion is very immersing. We have a good storyline. We have a challenge before us. We are, I assume, the good guy chasing the bad guy. I don't know if there's going to be a twist in the tail where we are the killer or something like that. I don't know. I don't think that it necessarily is, but games like this often have that kind of a twist in it. That would be interesting. That would be fun. But for now, being the good guy is definitely the banner that we can march to, the cause to attach our cart to, and yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. So thank you very much, developer, and thank you to all who are watching. And I hope that you go and play this game and save the day, save Victorian London from the predilections of this killer. Could be Edwardian, I guess. I'm not sure in '88 who was in charge. I think there was a transition somewhere around that point. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope that is enough critique to just nudge the game slightly further forward. I hope the developer continues to work on it and work on other games. I think there was a link there to say there were other games that he had built. Yeah, so check this one out, check his other games out, give the dev some love, and don't forget to stick around and see more videos about indie games. And I appreciate you. I hope you have a good day. Thank you, and goodbye.